In today's video, we're going to be talking about why Red Dead Redemption is simply a port and not a remake or a remaster coming for the modern systems and, of course, PC. We'll be diving into all of that in this video today and a whole lot more. So this information today is coming to us from insider TezFunds2, who was talking about this entire thing. He ended up saying, I can see the sales ending up the same as the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition, 5 to 10 million copies with the opening, but the numbers and interest would start to decline afterwards. Before you know it, the management would reallocate the resources elsewhere and move on. I'm more interested in checking out the credits and the files, although we would need jailbroken consoles. The same person who DM'd me about Double 11 Studios' involvement heard this port was halted after GTA Definitive Edition's release. And that person ended up saying this, and it was halted for some time after the poor release of GTA Definitive Edition. We'll get into more who of this person is in a little bit. But he goes on to say, Take-Two and Rockstar leadership must have conducted a meeting afterwards to give them the benefit of the doubt. The original scope might have been a remaster, but was seemingly lowered to a port to avoid a GTA Definitive Edition situation. Because it makes no sense for any of the decision makers for their first thought to be a straight-up port instead of a remaster. It feels like the management approved GTA Definitive Edition and this port at the same time frame, but their approach was plagued with the issues up till GTA Definitive Edition's release. They started course correcting afterwards, but realized it would take more resources and a higher budget with a high likelihood of a deadline pushback, while at the same time trying to avoid involving more of Rockstar since they are busy with GTA 6. All of that adding up to the preference of lowering the scope. That's just my theory, and all of that makes sense. The fact that they didn't want to take resources away from Rockstar, which is why we know the game is 90% being developed by Double 11 Studios, which is a third-party company. It does have a lot of Rockstar ties, but it isn't the Rockstar Studios that we know because they're busy working on Grand Theft Auto 6, and Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar did not want another situation like the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition. Now, as far as who this mysterious source is, of course, TezFunds2 has not identified them, but he did actually provide some correct information even before any of this information was known. So this was posted on the day of the announcement. Someone said it's being ported by Double 11 Studios, which was founded by former Rockstar Games developers Lee Hutchinson and Matt Shepkar in June 2009. And TezFunds2 says, what's crazy is I had someone in my DMs saying this, and this is all the way back on June 29th, 2023, saying, don't want to be mentioned, but Double 11 is a UK development team, and they may or may not have something to do with the Red Dead Redemption 1 remake or remaster. And on the day of the announcement saying, what did I say? So it did not turn out to be a remake or a remaster, and instead, of course, is a port. But it just goes to show you that Insider TezFunds2 and a lot of the people we reference in videos like this, they've definitely got some sources with some correct information. Now, the discussion continued regarding the lack of the PC version, with someone saying expecting the PC version is not an unrealistic expectation, nor is keeping multiplayer instead of removing it. And he said, I agree. I don't get how a remaster, which is almost what everyone was hoping for, is an unrealistic expectation. Like, what would be the realistic expectation? A straight up port? First, it's becoming a trend within the gaming industry with all the remasters. Second, a few members expected a straight up port due to the Nintendo Switch button in previous pages and were getting mad and they started insulting. This is the same level of how we require NASA scientists to understand how Red Dead Online, despite the lack of support, still exceeds Take-Two's expectations. We really need Take-Two level of expectations to be blown away by this announcement. So I agree. And I think the definitive reason to why we didn't get anything beyond a simple port is because Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar is so busy with that. It's obviously been in development for probably going on a decade now. So I think it's pretty clear that Rockstar values Grand Theft Auto 6 and getting that game up and running than a potential remake or remaster of Red Dead Redemption. Now, there's still some interesting questions as players have been asking. Wonder if it'll at least have some bug fixes like the power pole growing right out of the railroad and the lower quality radar in Undead Nightmare. And TezFunds2 said they are adding new supported languages, so they are going to touch string table files. It remains to be seen whether it would still be a string table old format or updated to GXT2, which is what is used in Grand Theft Auto 5. Although I'm more inclined towards them simply adding new string table files, because there are native functions associated with them. Replacing them with a newer format would mean re-updating all the scripts that use them. If they are to do that, they may as well update files that hold map placement data. As in the case with the power pole, that's likely more of updating a sector info file than a script. So I don't understand that completely, but I feel like things like power poles growing right out of railroads and weirdly low quality radars, that sort of stuff should be fixed. Like, it shouldn't be ignored by Rockstar. And again, more follow-up to this entire thing, as someone said, back then, I was back when I knew people at Rockstar, but even now, you can still explore Red Dead Redemption 1 on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 and check out the file structure and how it's a mess compared to other Rockstar titles. But even if that was the case then, it's not the case now, as getting it to work on Switch and PlayStation 4 is a lot closer codebase-wise to PC than PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 were. So if enough work has been done to get it working for them, then it's entirely feasible on PC too. With TezFunds2 saying, the original Red Dead Redemption files do have a debug keyboard input file. No idea if it was tested on a console with a keyboard or debugging on PC. And it must have been too buggy to be released on the PC at that time. So that kind of explains why you probably didn't see Red Dead Redemption on the PC, even when it was in its heyday being released for the 360 and the PlayStation 3. So that right there should get you caught up and up to speed on everything we know so far on why Red Dead Redemption is simply going to be a port coming to the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch instead of a remake or a remaster for modern consoles like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, as well as PC. That's going to be coming out later this week. And when it comes out on August 17th, that's pretty much a month away from Grand Theft Auto 5's 10-year anniversary. And of course, the infamous Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks that occurred just one day later. So this could be a very interesting 30 days for Rockstar, but I would of course love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Or of course you can reach out to me on my Facebook page, where as always you can send messages, photos, and of course videos. Let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today regarding Red Dead Redemption, Rockstar, and a whole lot more. If you guys did go and enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.